Hey, we're live. Hey,
Get rid of my mess here.
we're live.
Hello. I don't see any. Oh, I see a few people on.
They're coming.
I have a friend.
Oh, scruff.
Go.
Come on. Get out of there.
Hey guys, I hope you had a great weekend.
I don't see anybody on.
There's 5.
Okay, there's
Hi, Corey.
Corey.
Oh, there's 9 now. Hi, Deborah.
You can't get up there. Get up here.
Hi, Carolyn, Aaron, Ghislaine. I don't know if I ever say your name right, so I apologize if I don't say it right. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't already figured it out, I'm at Heather's. If you missed the very beginning, kitty cat Scruff, he's in a bit of a mischievous mood like always. He did make a little bit of an appearance. And I'm sure he'll make another one. He's right behind me right now. Tonight we are doing our April Photoplay Gnome calendar layout. Hi Joni. Hi Judy. Tonight, I kind of know what I'm going to do, but I haven't prepped in advance like I usually do. But I know what I think we're going to do. So we'll see what will happen. Joni says, hi, Heather.
Ouch. Hello. Ouch. Jesus.
Scruff.
Oh, he's in his mood. Attacking me.
Usually I wait for a few more people to come on. Can you guys hear me okay? I know our Mondays lately have been a little bit less. I know we had the long weekend and it seems to have dwindled a little bit, and then March break. So everyone was back in the swing of things today if you have kids, so might be a little bit busier tonight. It's a school night again. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I know some of you do work along with me, and some of you follow up afterwards, and that's fine. So in one of our last videos, I think it was February's, we had a little bit of extra paper, and I've said from the beginning, make sure that you keep all of your scraps because we're going to make a desk calendar at the end, but then we're also going to use some of these pieces as we go along whenever I see that we might need it. Yeah, that's why I'm here actually, Joni. We've been packing for Lucy 5. It's a lot of stuff to pack, but Heather and I got a bunch done today of just putting the papers together. That's not including like the ephemera, the chipboard, the extra pieces that go with all of them on top of just the plain papers. So we did get a little bit done with the papers, which is nice. Where's Heather's kitty? That was Heather's kitty. My kitties are at home tonight. I gave them lots of loving and food before I left, and I'll pop in the morning to see them and feed them again. Replenish them. They probably will have food left, though. I put quite a bit out. Anyway, so as I was saying, we had a good chunk of the solid pink and orange paper left. So what you're going to do with that is you're going to cut a piece 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. This layout is a 1 5x7 photo. At least that's what I'm pretty sure we're going to do so far. I thought it would be nice just to do like a half page sort of thing. So the solid orange pink, again, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. I've already trimmed this off. So I'm going to set that aside, and then we still have this big chunk left. So we'll put that in our scrap bag with the rest of our scraps. And then, so you know our stickers we're using for April. Look how many there are. It's crazy. Hi, Linda. We've got so many stickers. They're amazing. We're going to have so many left over for our desk calendar at the end of this. And then we have our April icons sheet. which as usual has the calendar and then the other 3 6x6 squares. And I've chosen the piece, gotta get used to this camera, it's different than mine. Sort of. Okay, so the solids, we're using the solid pink and green. It is like a bit of a light pink color on the one side and then the other side's green. So that's what we're using for our one solid piece tonight. And then of course we've got our April cards, which are so super cute. Look at all those cute layout pieces. I love it. So typically I've already got these cut out and like ready to go and I know where I'm putting everything. But tonight we're just gonna wing it. So it's all good. Like I said, I kind of know what we're gonna do. Okay, so once you've got those pieces, the first thing that we're going to do is, this might seem kind of weird, but we're going to fussy cut the April calendar out. Now the reason for this is that we're going to actually rip this page on a diagonal as part of our layout. And I just want to make sure that we don't rip our calendar because I want to use that at the end of our year. Corey said you bought an extra pack of solids just in case, so that's a good idea. I mean, I think the solid packs are like $15, so that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so I'm going to fussy cut my April 6x6 month out. I know it seems kind of funny, but that's the best way to do it. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to rip the paper. It's sort of easy, sort of hard. I've gotten used to doing it so it does it the way that I want it to. And there is a little bit of a trick to getting like the ripped edges sort of showing, which I'll explain as we go. Okay, so it seems sort of funny, but I've got that 6x6 calendar page cut out. I'm going to put that aside with the rest of our calendar pages. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rip a diagonal off of this. So I'm going to trim the barcode off first. And again, this is with the April Icons paper. So let's just trim this off. Okay. Heather, do you actually have a piece of scrap pattern paper that I can use? Like a small piece?
Sure, I can find something.
Just like a 6x6 or something, just so I show them how to rip it before I...
Try to find.
Because I'm afraid, I don't want to use this extra because I don't know if we're using it yet.
This?
Patterned. Sorry guys, I should have grabbed the patterned piece. I don't think I have any that I brought.
Scrap somewhere. Holy moly.
Jeez, you'd think we'd have some extra in Heather's craft room.
Heather doesn't save scraps. That's the thing. Heather pitches all those scraps out. Oh my. I'll find. You keep talking, I'll find you a piece.
Okay, all right. While Heather's looking, I think what we'll do is...
Yeah, here. Just take a piece out of here.
Okay, are you sure? Oh,
Yeah.
I just need this little tiny piece. Perfect. Okay, so this is just an extra piece of paper that I'm just going to show you guys sort of how to do it. Now I think I'll just zoom this in a wee bit so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. And there's a glare there. Let me put this below it. Okay, so when I'm ripping, I use my ruler and I make sure that I line up exactly where I want it to rip, and then I literally just rip it along that ruler line. Whatever side of the paper that I want to have that like more ripped look, and I'll show you what I mean once we're done ripping, I make sure that I rip on the opposite side, if that makes any sense. So I'll show you what I mean right now. So let's rip a corner off of this. So say I want to use this side as showing with all these pretty angels. So I am going to rip it on this side, like so, and then you'll see that you can see, it's hard for you guys to see, I'm sure, but you can see like the ripped edges on that side more than you can on the opposite side, okay? So you just want to make sure that that's how you rip that. So you're always going to rip it on the opposite side of the page that you want to use, if that makes sense, okay? So we want to use this side. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to flip this over and we're going to rip it from corner to corner, and we will have to move our ruler. So I'm going to rip it part way and then I'll finish doing it the other half. It makes it kind of easy because these are 6x6 squares. So we're really just going to rip along the 6x6. Once we finish ripping, if I see that like the center part is a little bit off, I'll just use my ruler and go again to make it lined up. Okay, so let's go here. Actually, I think I will, let's rip it this way. So we're going to rip it going along here. It always seems scary to rip it at first. I'm doing it the opposite of what I told you guys. So let's go the way that I originally said. So I'm going to re-rip this. That's okay. I'll line that up again after. So we got that. I'm going to line this up here. I'm just going to rip that up. So you can see that I've got a bit of a straight line there, but I'll even that out in a minute. We've got this sort of ripped section here. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to rip these. Oops. Again, just so it has that ripped edge look. Now this paper is actually thicker than I thought, so it's not working as well, but that's okay. Oops, it's hard for me to grip this. I don't have any fingernails. There we go.
Why don't you have fingernails?
I don't know.
I know.
What? I don't bite them. I cut them short. All right. Hope you guys can see that okay. There we go. All right, so we've got a nice like ripped edge look, and I really like that. It's nice to do it that way when you're especially doing something like old, so you can ink all those edges and it looks really cool. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. We are going to take that pink and green solid sheet and we will trim our barcode off. Now we actually don't need like a good corner of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little bit. Actually, let me just lay it on this first and we'll see. All right, so we've got our calendar page. I'm going to make sure that I'm on April, and I am. I just want to see if it makes a big difference if I cut that. Yeah, we're not going to cut it. Okay, so you'll see here, once you're done ripping yours, you'll kind of see that rip mark here. It looks really cool. I love that look. So what we'll do is we will glue this solid pink sheet right onto our calendar page. Hi, Linda. Oh, thanks, Irene. Yeah, I like that trimmer. It's back ordered. Heather is mad that I have this one, kind of.
Heather's been waiting 3 months.
3 months? I think I heard that 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Very long time. Oh, because you sold mine.
To me. I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm going to stick this on. You can see I forgot to trim one of my March pieces there. All right, I love the colors. So cute. I'm going to move my camera again now so you guys can see everything. Okay. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is we will glue this ripped piece that we've done onto the corner here. Are they coming in the store soon? They're back ordered. Those guillotine cutters.
Yeah,
there's small ones.
A long time.
There's small ones in the store. They just don't have these bigger 12 by 12 ones. Sarah's asking how you're doing, Heather.
I'm doing good. I'm cleaning up. Trying to. Thanks for asking.
Okay. So I'm just gluing that corner on. Hi, Barb. And I'm going to line this up so it's nice and even. There we go. Whoops, not so even. Okay. There. Okay, so we've got our ripped page, and like I said, we're gonna just do a 5x7 layout tonight, so it's nothing super crazy. And I've already cut my 5x7 piece for my, there we go, my photo mat. So I'm gonna glue that on. I'm not gonna glue the actual photo mat on yet, just because I want to see what else we're gonna tuck in. Because this part is the fun part. We can kind of decide what we're doing together. Now we do need to make sure that we have a little bit of extra to cut that flag on the calendar side. I don't think these are long. Actually, let's measure it again. This might be long enough. No, not quite. So we'll have to redo that. That's okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll put our layout about here. I'm gonna move this so that you guys can see this differently. Is that angle okay for you guys? Can you see it there? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put this photo mat up a little bit higher so it's covering more on the solid side so that we can see more of the super cute Easter gnomes here with their little eggs and everything. So this is the fun part, all of these awesome cutouts. Now we're gonna figure out which ones we're gonna use. I think what we'll do is we're gonna cut this corner out. That will be our flag piece because we'll use the back of this, which is really pretty floral. What's going on, Heather?
I'm losing my stuff all over the floor.
So I'm just going to start trimming some of these pieces apart, and then we'll kind of play around with where we're going to lay everything out. I find these pieces are so simple to use. Photoplay did a really great job with these gnome calendars, that's for sure. So like I said, let's cut these two pieces together. Let's keep them together. We'll use that as our flag piece for our opposite page here. So I'm just going to set that aside for now as one chunk. So that'll be 6 probably by 3. Yeah, 6 by 3. And then the rest of these little pieces we'll probably just trim out. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. The hunt is on. I really like this one. It says Hello Spring too. Adorable. So let's cut the rest of them out. Might as well use them. Especially the gnomes. We can't not use the gnomes.
Here a gnome, there. And then there's a Dan. Here a Dan.
Oh dear.
They're off, right?
Yep.
Off and running.
Right. I love these like multi-journaling sort of card pages, but it's so hard to figure out where to cut first. I think we'll leave this in a strip for now. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, so let's just set that aside until we look at everything.
I actually have the top of the toaster showing.
Oh. Heather's cleaning her craft room behind me.
Nice big job.
Okay, so we're pretty much done. So let's just set this aside and figure out what we got going on. Move all my stuff out of the way. So I know that I definitely want to use this little layout that gives an opportunity for some journaling. Or this little element. So I think I'd like to incorporate it maybe on the side here. No, this side. I'll just set that there for now, and then we'll figure out if that's where it's going to stay. I really like this paper. This was part of what we trimmed off. So let's do a little bit of a flag with that. So let's do 2 inches by, so let's do 1.5 inches by 3 inches, and we'll trim out a wee bit of a flag here. So as I've told you guys before, I use my centering ruler, and that's how I make my flags. I just really like this color, so we don't want to waste it. Oops. Okay. So let's just kind of set things out. I don't think I'm going to use this one, so I'm going to set that one aside. And I'm not going to use these circular pieces. I'll set those aside too. This part's always fun. I'm going to cut this April out, but we should look and see what stickers we get for April. I don't think I'm going to use that. Alright, let's trim these stripes off. So I'm just going to trim off the April and the Happy Easter, and then I'll see if I want to use this piece in there or not. I'm so busy with Lucy, I didn't have time to like pre-plan my layout page for you guys. Alright, so let's put the little stripe below there. Heather, do you have an eraser?
Mm-hmm.
I went to erase and that didn't have an eraser and it made a mark on my page. Oh, here. There's one.
Here, I don't like this right there.
There we go. That's better. Okay. Oops. Throwing my papers. All right. So.
I heard that.
Is Dan saying in there?
He's yawning.
Oh.
It's not allowed.
No yawning allowed.
No.
I'm going to fussy cut a little bit of this tag and put an eyelet in it. Are you guys following along? Sorry. The thought process is my favorite part, but it's sometimes kind of hard listening to someone else doing it. I know you guys like doing this usually when I'm figuring out my pages. I don't think I'm actually going to use this gnome because we've got a lot of pink in our paper already, and I think the stickers are a lot cuter. So we'll use some of these stickers on our page. I'm going to glue this strip down. About there. And then let me just this mark is going to bug me. let's take these little gnomes out. They're so cute. And I'm going to pop them up on foam tape. They're the stickers from our sticker sheet. And just get them ready. So I've got my powder tool. And let's get this other guy out. Look at him with the Easter egg. It is so cute. I'm so glad that this is my project. I absolutely love it. Heather has asked me today if Olivia's seen it yet because I know she'll like it too. And she has not because I don't want all the pieces missing.
But Mama.
Yeah. I always hear now, are those extras? Can I have those?
She just says to me, "What's this?" and keeps holding it until I say, "You can have it."
So I really like, there's like this little jelly bean looking strip with the April. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that to the bottom of my photo mat. And I think I'm actually going to add it on this side. Super cute. It's hard to see that one, but it is there. So you can see I've added that little strip to the left bottom of my photo mat. And I think I'm going to do it there so that there's space here to add some of the gnomes or whatever. I'm going to try and cluster some of these guys. And I love these little eggs. And there's some jelly beans. So I'm going to put some foam tape on those guys too. I don't know how much of the icon pieces I'm going to use this time. Or the little cards. None of them are like popping out at me right now, but they're all really cute.
Yeah, but are they super cute?
They're super cute. Oh, thanks, Shahada. Oh, that's great. So Shahada said she's using she loves the calendar pages. She's been using them for inspiration for double page layouts.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, Linda, you saw Olivia set up at the store. Yeah, we were there on Saturday and she was, you know,
doing her thing.
Setting all her stuff up. So funny. Now I said I wanted to use the April sticker, so I'm probably going to put it about here-ish, and I won't pop that up, so I'm going to set it aside for now. Then we've got this excellent egg hunt, which is really cute. And we've got some jelly beans and Easter. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Look at all the things for March we didn't even use. That's crazy. There's so many stickers in this kit. I'm just trying to decide how we're going to add this little journaling card. Olivia loves being at the store. I think I'm kind of changing my mind now. I might use one of these little circular. I did bring my circle punch. Let me just grab it. She's got, Linda Thomas says Olivia's quite the little lady. I think that's an understatement.
She's
something else.
precocious.
Yeah, she's got her own.
She's got a mind.
Yeah, that's for sure. She's telling everyone that was at the store they had to leave. Like, it was raining, but it was like 1 o'clock or something in the afternoon. And it was time to close the store, she said. So I have my 1.5-inch circle punch. I'm going to punch this little flower out as evenly as I kind of can here. There we go. I'm just going to fix that up around the ones. Oh, maybe I don't have to fix it up. It's pretty good. It's good enough. So I keep changing my mind with how low I want to do this.
How low?
How low? All right. I'm just going to punch a hole in this. punch a hole, and I'm going to set an eyelet in that. Might do a thicker green one. Or pink. Maybe pink, actually. Oh, no, the big one will cover the word, so let's use a smaller one. Pink. I think we need the green. She's like my nephew, spent all his time with the adults. Yeah, that's true. She comes up with some doozies, that's for sure. I don't know where she gets some of it, honestly. I'm going to pop this up with some foam tape, and then I will add ribbon afterwards, just from my stash. Probably a nice teal blue. I didn't bring my ribbon tonight.
I have lots of ribbon. You okay?
It's all good.
All good, she says.
It's all good in the hood. So I'm just kind of slaying stuff still. I think I will put this card down because that's where I'm going to put it. I'm not going to glue this corner yet, just because I think I might tuck this in a little bit, but I can always glue it on afterwards. So Sarah said, make the picture mat a pocket for the journal card. I was thinking that, but then it's going to be a little bit deep. I could do it like that. Actually, I think I'm going to go for this. That is a great idea, because then you can pull it out and journal it. And I noticed with the other sort of pockets that I did, you have to make sure that your pieces are secure, or they kind of fall out when you're turning the calendar pages. Okie dokes. Oops. So I'm going to set this here like this. And then I'm going to use some foam tape. I'm going to pop this little circle up like usual. Just going to set that there for now. I am going to put this tag down because that's where I want it. There we go. And then these gnomes are so cute. I just love them. Just deciding, I might actually cut this. I'm going to cut this flag a little bit skinnier. Maybe with a smaller picture mat. Yeah, that would work too, Linda. I only plan on doing a 5x7 for this one. So I'm going to trim this down to 1 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I'll recut that flag. Okie dokes. There we go. Linda, are you doing the calendar too? Couldn't remember if you had it or not. So I think I'm going to add my flag there. It's kind of hard to see. But first I'm going to look again at all the little extra pieces that we've got and stickers. Where did that other... I know I have another Easter egg here. It's disappeared on me. Oh, on my page. That's kind of like pulling a Heather. It's right on my page.
What?
Nothing.
What do I do?
Nothing.
Sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
It's all good. Never mind.
Okay. I can play it back and see what you said.
I said I couldn't find my piece and it was on my paper, but it was
Oh yeah.
mixed in.
For sure.
Oh my gosh, these jelly beans are just so cute. So I'm going to take the April sticker and I'm going to add it right up here. Oh, you did? Oh, cool. Linda, are you doing it with me or are you just kind of doing your own thing? It's really bugging me that I have this mark in the middle of my page now. It didn't erase.
Well, just put a sticker there.
It's in the middle of the photo mat.
Well, just put a photo on there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, the eggs are so cute. On the paper. Oh, thanks, Joni. She got that a little bit late. So I'm putting these little Easter eggs kind of side by side here. So they're kind of on a slant. I'll show you guys up close in a second. Now, I do want to put this flag like this. I just have to figure out where. I think I'm gonna put it here. I'm just gonna set these guys again here. Definitely going there. So my gnomes are gonna go on the bottom too. Oh, half and half. It's kind of nice to do your own thing too. I always kind of go rogue on a lot of things. So this other gnome is going to go right beside the other one, so they're both kind of side by side down there. Where do you guys think I should put this flag? Should it go right here? Does it look good there? You tell me, and then we'll see what else we can add here. I was thinking of adding the egg hunt along the side right here. There's all these really cute Easter sayings too. Happy Easter family, Easter eggs, hello spring, Easter blessings, hippity hoppity. I like that one. So I'm going to cut that one out. Do you like it to the right of the journal card? Oh, thanks, Charlene. Yeah, going rogue is a good way to, I guess, yeah, you just put your own flair on it. That's maybe a nicer way to put it. You like it here, Charlene, like on it like this? Or on it like this? You tell me. This is first choice, other side is second choice. You like it beside the journal box, otherwise we'll cover up your picture too much. Okay, that's true. So we put it like slightly on our journal page, like so. Up and to the right. Off the photo mat. Okay. Maybe kind of like that. So I'm gonna glue this hippity hoppity on down here. You guys say yes if this is where you think it should go. Yes? I see one yes.
I don't know where my toilet paper goes.
I've got to use these jelly beans. I think I'm going to put one of these. Oh my gosh, look at these little heart or flowers. I'm going to put this little teal flower right here. Oh my gosh, so cute. I wanted this page to be a little bit plainer because there's so many fun things in it. Yes, right here? Okay. I'm going to glue it right there then. Thanks for your input. It'll be a team effort for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So we've got that there. I might have put that over a little bit more to the side than I wanted to, but that's okay. I think I'm going to add this little flower here on foam tape. And we're almost done this page because I wanted it kind of plain because it's a little bit busier with the half page ripped out here. I'm glad we have consensus with that placement. All right, and I'm just going to add this little flower there in the corner of our picture. And let's see what else we have here. We've got another pink flower. Too much. Too much there too. Let's see about these jelly beans. I'm just not sure about the, whoops, the placement of them. We've got another really, oh, there's tons of flowers. Oh my gosh, there's more eggs. I didn't even see them all. There's so many stickers with this set. It's crazy. I think I'm going to do the jelly beans kind of like trailing right here, a few of them. Get the orange one. And we got the blue one. And a green one. Oops. There we go. So they're kind of trailing at the end there. You guys can see that. It looks so cute. And then I want to cover this little spot up here. So I think there's a, well, too big there. I'm just going to take a peek at what else we've got here. We didn't really use a whole lot of the cards this time. Oh, you know what? We can add a like word there. So this says excellent. Let's see how it looks on there. That's kind of cute. Or we could do Happy Easter. We don't have a whole lot of blue. Let's do it that because we have hippity hoppity down there.
Easter sun.
You can use a little flower to dot the I in April. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, so I've got the Happy Easter. I'm going to add foam tape to that. And we will run it right along that little edge there. Is that the one that I wanted to use? Yes. There we go. Just like so. Let's just look at the stickers one last time. I did want to use Egg Hunt, but honestly I think it's going to be too much. We maybe will be able to use it on the other side. There's so many stickers left over, it's crazy. That's awesome. I think that's all I'm going to do. So you see the little journaling card, and we've got the tag there. I will add some ribbon, and then we've got the cute little gnomes, their little jelly bean, and we've got a couple of sayings and stuff. So cute, I love it. Oh no, she's saying your volume wasn't high, but you still couldn't hear. Anyone else having the same problem? Some people don't. Some people are. We noticed that the other day. Like, I didn't have problems, but other people did. So I'm not sure if it's something that you guys have to change on your settings. I don't know. Everything was set up right here. Oh, Linda says your volume was better on your iPad, soft on the computer. And my phone's always fine for the most part. So I don't know. So that's it for our April layout. So let's flip over and do our flag. And I gotta remind myself the size of it. So we do 6, and I think by 3. Oh no, 6 by 2.5. And we go in about 1/2 inch. So 6 by 2.5. Oh, good. Thanks, Deborah. I'm glad you can hear me fine. So we're going to use this super cute Eastery color. And this is probably already 6, so let's just trim it to 2.5. So there's our little flag piece. I really love adding these little flags because then it adds some more color to our April part. Yeah, a lot of them hear me fine, so I don't know what it is. It must be what device you're listening from.
I don't know why there's a...
Yeah, I don't know either. Because, like I said, my phone's fine. I don't usually watch it on anything else. Oops, got too much foam tape on these ones to cut with them. Okay. So there's our flag. I'm just going to peek at the previous ones and see where I kind of glued them on. Just lined up like that. Perfect. I feel like it's been ages since I did a layout, but it's really only been a few weeks. Sometimes, oh, okay. There we go. So we've got that on, and let's just take a peek at what we've got here. This cute little tag I don't think we'll use. Oh, we forgot about this little guy with the flowers. Oh my gosh, I should fussy cut that out maybe. Let me just think about that for a second. And we're not going to use those. Set those aside. We've got these cute sayings. And we've got this Hello Spring, which might be cute too. So let's just take a peek at our stickers again. Oops, keep picture on iPad, sound on the phone. It must be something with PCs then. I don't know. Who knows? Egg hunt. I'm thinking that I might pop these. Let's just see here. Let's play around. I really like the spring, but I also like the egg hunt. Might have to use that on the desk. What do you guys think? The Hello Spring here? Could use one of the gnomes. I like this Hello Spring though, it's really cute. We could use some of the flowers too, there's still quite a few left. What do you think, Heather?
I like that. No, I like the other one.
The Easter one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, so let's cut the Easter one out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. What time is it? Oh, good. We're almost done. These classes where we do the layouts are always kind of short, which is good. They're very fun and simple. Okay, so I'm going to use some foam tape with that. We'll set it here. And let's see what else we got here. Oh my gosh, the hunt is on. That's really cute too. So we could cut out one of our gnomes and put it right there on top, which I think I might do. This one's really cute with the little flowers. I'm going to glue this on, and then I'm going to fussy cut this gnome and add it with some foam tape beside, and then add probably some of the jelly beans. I'm not going to fussy cut this out in front of you guys because I take so long to do it. So I think that's, oh, Linda, yeah, I agree too, but if I just put the gnome in spring, it's kind of, there's so much floral in, it's kind of hard to see the spring with that. I don't know, but you can definitely do that for yours. So yeah, I will cut the gnome out and then add him or her right beside this. And then I might add a little egg there, or a couple of jelly beans running along the page. But I think that's it. So anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And Sandra will be on Wednesday. I don't know if Heather and Dan are on not this week.
Thursday. No.
Not this Thursday, but I will see you again next Monday. Hope you guys have a great week.